Hello, YouTube family. Jackie, compulsive gambler, and so much more. So I know it's been a while, and I apologize for the inconsistency, but I needed that time to find myself. So I'm just gonna give you a quick update. After my last video, which is months ago, I did start gambling again, and I mean, my state of mind then, it was mainly how am I going to solve my financial problems. And it's so fucked up the way that we think that we're just gonna have that big win and that's going to solve everything. Problem is over. But the past month, or a little bit over a month, I started going to meetings. And I can proudly say that today, even though it might not seem like much, it's a fuck of a lot to me. Today I am celebrating 1 month gambling free without any urges, not even checking on YouTube, like big wins, nothing like that, because that's what I used to do. But I'm celebrating that and I'm really, really happy. And I would like to chuck it up to going to meetings. Through going to meetings, I do the digital meetings. I have honestly found God again. I have found my higher power again. I grew up in the church and lost my faith when I started going to med school. And it was mainly because I was being questioned all the time. How could you believe in God if you're going to... If you practice in science, if you're studying science, how could you believe in the creation theory and all of that? And I think also I was going through a difficult time. That's when I first started gambling as well. And I felt like I was just this lost cause. And abandoned. But after my first meeting, they congratulated me when I signed in, and they're like, yeah, our first time, she's a first time, like a newbie. And I got an applause, and it was, I couldn't understand it. It's like, why are you applauding me for being here? But then I started praying, and I prayed because the night before I went to this first meeting, I had a bad relapse. And I have a new job and everything, and I thought I was doing great. I had the gambling app on, Gamban. And because my battery on my phone was dying, and it went into battery optimization mode, then my VPN, which is, what that app goes off of, it turned off. And I was completely open to all gambling sites. And I just played and I played and I played and I played. And within, I'd say 48 hours, I had played away pretty much everything. I felt so awful. And honestly, like where my head was at, I started looking at things in the house, what I could overdose on. I was just like, I want it to be over. I just want to end everything, really. Because I'm just tired of myself. I'm tired of this feeling. And I prayed. And I said, God, why have you forsaken me? For so many years, why have you forsaken me? Just send me a sign. Well, the sign didn't come that night, but the next day, I just felt compelled to check up Zoom meetings for Gamblers Anonymous. Sorry if it looks weird, by the way, I'm just taking off my nail polish. I logged in, and I guess that was my sign. Just that the thought occurred to me to actually go to a meeting. They mentioned something there, and it was, that you could pretty much just draw a line in the sand. It's okay to do that and just leave everything there and move forward. Now, I always feel this way when the money runs out. when you play your last dollar. And you feel like, okay, I'm never going to do it again. And as soon as you get some more money, then you do it again. But I was like, what? How could I just leave everything? Like that's where my mind was at. How could I just leave everything? Like I've really, really messed up my life. I've hurt so many people. I've lied. There's so much shame. And it was okay to do that, to just, move on from there. It's not going to get better if you keep gambling. We all know that. You could win the amount of money that's going to be life-changing, but you're still going to play it away. That's just how our psychology is as a gambler. But I think then I really hit rock bottom. Like I've been down that hole so many times, but that day I just felt like, I really don't want to live anymore. I don't want to live with this anymore. And then it was all about finding your higher power and, like having a higher power and relinquishing your bad deeds to this higher power and letting it take control of you. And I think I just had a different mindset then that I could actually do that. It feels almost like, no accountability, to just let this higher power take on everything. But it's been working every single day when I wake up. Even though the debts are still there, I feel alive. I feel like I am not compelled to gamble. I feel like I could, actually put in more energy into myself and to my child, and think of solutions that I would normally not think of, because everything was so based on money without realizing that I needed to heal. So I'm in that process and I really like it. I see huge changes in my life because I have adapted this new mentality, and just thinking that, my higher power is taking care of my past. My higher power, it is going to, if I have faith in it, then I could get through this one day at a time. So that's it for me, I guess, today. I just wanted to give you all a little update, but also to give you hope that, I've been gambling for like well over 15 years now. Some of you, it's just like your first month. Some of you, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But it's never too late, because there's a peace that you could find inside of yourself when you actually do stop. And when you realize that everything is driven by your ego as well. But when you find your higher power, then it's like your ego is stripped away from you. By trying to stop without the program, I feel like I was trying to stop on my terms and my conditions, but they were never good enough, because I cannot trust myself, because I'm a gambler, I couldn't trust myself. But I'm getting there, and I hope that you will get there too. I'm wishing all of you just peace, honestly, because you do find peace when you stop, and when you start focusing that energy into something else. And for the first time, I feel like I can really focus on something else rather than my problems. Instead of just fueling that fire, fueling all of those problems with worry. I'm just like, take it day by day. Yeah. So that's my message for today. I hope that all of you beautiful souls, find healing somewhere. Go to meetings. There's so many meetings all around the world. You just need to log on. It's worth it. Give it a go. So, blessings. Take care.